Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lisa Galloway, and if it's your first time, nice to have you here. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. All right, today's topic is lashes, guys. I had a couple of you ask, okay, can you do a step-by-step on putting on false lashes? Guys, I have found the lash that really has made it so easy on applying lashes. No magnets, no trying to figure out how one clips to the bottom, to the top. This is so easy. If this is something that you've been trying to kind of figure out and you're ready to take that leap, but want to kind of have a kind of guideline, keep watching because I think you're going to find this one perfect for you.
If you're here, then you woke up today. And that is a blessing. Don't take that for granted. Don't waste it.
Alrighty, let's get the hair back, guys. Okay, still trying to get over this cold, guys. It has been a bugger. Okay, so I have my trusty water because I already had my coffee. I can finally drink coffee, guys. Like, oh, I couldn't have the taste. I love coffee. I love the smell. And I just couldn't get it down. Like it wasn't right. So I finally have been able to drink coffee for the past few days, but I love to drink my water afterwards. Like I'm a big water drinker. So to kind of keep myself hydrated, I'm gonna drink some water. Okay guys, lashes. I think it's been so helpful to be able to kind of like knock that one process as far as putting on your makeup, right? Because let's face it, between your brows and your lashes, I think those are the two things that usually take quite a bit of time to put on, to get on. Your eye makeup in general, right? But if you can kind of just eliminate that process of applying mascara, having to wait to dry, applying some more, just get it just the right thickness and what have not, that's one. Or two, of just putting on any kind of mascara and just jumping on board to getting into the next step. This has been kind of really a saving grace for me. So, okay, I use Lilac Street, guys. Lilac Street is the name of the, let me pull up one of these. So this is what it's called, Lilac Street. There are so many different lashes on the market. Honestly, I think some of them kind of do the same, but could be a lot more pricier. They may be better quality, but you guys, this is like very affordable. And if you're gonna wear lashes on the regular, like I've always said, you want to start with something that you're gonna be able to keep up cost efficiently, right? So if you go on their website, and again, they're called Lilac Street, you can see how affordable the lashes are and all the accessories. Okay, guys, let's kind of get to the chase. As far as like, application, and I'll kind of talk as I start putting some on kind of what some of the accessories I have, some of the ones I think that maybe you can substitute and maybe get somewhere else, or you can get it there, but I've found other things that kind of have been just as helpful. Okay, so these I think are the must-haves, okay, when you're gonna get started. Now there's ways you can get started with Lilac Street. You can, if you go on the site, you're gonna see like a deluxe kit. You will see a kind of starter kit, or you can get them individually. Now, everybody has their own way of kind of like what to do. Some like to kind of go all in and just get the deluxe kit. And if that's you, that's great. I kind of babied myself in a little, because I wasn't sure and I didn't know if I wanted to invest on the higher price end and get everything. So I kind of baby stepped it. And I just really started out with a couple of boxes of lashes and their applicator, or wand, however you want to call it. Now, I first started and I bought one applicator. the one wand. Let's call it a wand. And this is it. Okay, so pointy end, has a little bit of a curve, makes it really easy to apply your lashes. Now I started out with one, but then I quickly thought, just to make things easier and the process easier, I bought a second one. Now, the reason why is because when I first put on the lashes, I will put the lashes on without the fusers. Okay, so these are called fusers. They help fuse the lashes when you're ready to do that last step. And I thought I just have one so that I can pick the lash up with the glue on it and put it on. And then after they were all on, I would fuse them. Or you can fuse them in between, whatever you find easiest. I'll show you what I mean by that. So you need an applicator, okay? The other thing are clearly the lashes, the choice of lash that you want. They come all in different sizes. So you have from like 8 mm all the way through, I think it's like 16. 16 for me is a little bit too big. I kind of stay at the 14 for my longest. And it all depends on the style, because guys, they have so many different styles. Okay, so for an example, on the deluxe, okay, and I'm gonna read some of this because I wrote it all down so I didn't forget what was on, and you can find this all when you go to the website. But the deluxe has 3 different styles of lashes. Okay, you have the original, which is the one I guess they first started out with, which is the one I kind of started out with because I wasn't sure how thicker I wanted my lashes to look. I really wanted a more natural eyelash look. So I did start with the original, but that does come in the deluxe. So the original, there are ones that are called Prism, and one that's called Midnight. Now this is the Prism. Let me just see if I can get this out and you can see it. But see how this looks right here, guys? That's the Prism. They're very, oh my gosh. First of all, they're not heavy even on your lashes. Okay, so there is an adjustment period. I know at first, and I'm used to it now, but when I first started to wear the lashes, if you're not used to wearing lashes, it will kind of feel like there's like a darkness above your eyes, but you get used to it, you know? Especially if you really want to wear false lashes and you want to eliminate all the things I just shared earlier when I first started the video. But these are like very feathery, and there are some that are called feather, so they're even much lighter than this one. But can you see that, guys? Can you see that? Okay, so that's a Prism. Then they have ones that are called Midnight, and those are the ones that come in the deluxe. The Midnight, let me see if I have a Midnight one. Do I have a Midnight? So I don't have a Midnight, but those are the 3 that come in the deluxe. Also is included your Pro Glue. Now the Pro Glue is a black with a little tight wand. Do you see that? Okay, so that's a very, very tiny wand. I rarely ever use this, although I got it because I wanted to see if the staying power was going to be stronger than their regular lash glue, which is this one, and this is the one that I prefer. It does the job, but in the Pro kit, you do get the or the deluxe kit, you get the Pro Lash, the Pro Glue. So that's why I'm saying that there's going to be certain things, I think, in the deluxe kit that you may not necessarily need, but totally up to you. The other thing that comes in the deluxe kit is something called the conditioner lash. And that is basically something to kind of like start with a clean canvas on your lids so that you don't have any natural oils there. But guys, I use like micellar water. And what I do, now let's just get into this step, is I just take like a cotton round and I just basically clean like my lid, guys. I go on the lid, on the lash, and it's just to prep my lid so that when I'm ready to put the lash on with the glue, it's gonna stay, okay? Because my purpose of keeping my lashes I want to go for at least 5 to 6 days. Now, you can, and I have left them on for up to 10 days. And it does say that it does last up to 10 days. You can, definitely. But I personally like to go through like Monday all the way through maybe Saturday, and then take them off, and then like rub my eyes out and what have not, and then just start with another fresh one on Monday again. Now, what I have done, and this has also helped on buying more on the long haul, is that same set, when I remove them, I put them away back in the case, and I'm able to reuse those. If I clean them out properly, and I can show you how I do that, very simple as well, I can reuse that same set the second week. And that's prolonging having to purchase another set. So just another kind of tip. Now, the other thing on the deluxe before I continue, so that's how I clean my eyes, okay? So I use micellar water, which is the conditioning lash. It's in the deluxe. Again, you don't have to get it. You can get micellar water. But the other thing that's on there is called a travel case. And it's a little case that you can keep all your stuff inside. Do you need it? Not necessarily. Do you want it? It's up to you. So, and the other thing would be like the applicator and also the crystal coat. Now the crystal coat I do like because it will kind of give the lash again like a revived, especially in that second week, look to your lash, and it'll bring the blackness back. And it's like, it's crystal. It's a crystal coat. So you just apply it on like you would mascara, just on the eyelash, and then I kind of go under. So I'll show you how I do that as well. And then they have what's called a starter one. Now the starter one is less, it's smaller, but it does have two, I believe, original lashes, and then the applicator. And I think that's it. I don't even think it has the glue. So, like I said, I started out by just getting a few things at a time, and I just went along and started getting other things that I thought was helpful for my liking. Now, the other thing that I did get, which they do sell in the accessory area, is their pad, their lash pad, which is like a little sticky substance. So it comes in this little, like, it feels like gel, but it's a little pad where you're able to kind of like take your lashes out and set them in the order that you're gonna put your lashes on. I think that's helpful so that when you're ready to pick up the next one, you're not kind of like trying to pull them off the case that it comes in and trying to figure out sizes. So having that, for me, I felt like it was really, really important. Okay, now the ones that I'm wearing right now are called Nova. I like them so much, guys. It has, let me see if I can show you see how that looks? It has like some strong, darker lashes and then like some wispy ones in between. Now this size is 14. What I usually do is I get a 14 for the center part of my eyes. I do not do lashes in the bottom. If I choose, which I rarely ever do unless it's maybe like a special occasion, is I add some mascara to the bottom lash. But really, I hardly ever do that on a regular day-to-day. I just do my top lashes, and it's just fine by me. But I do 14 mm's for those two middle ones. Now, this is gonna be crucial to your eye shape, guys. So your eye shape is gonna make a difference on whether you're going to need 4 lashes or maybe even 3. I've used certain styles that are so long that I can use 3. My eyes are very small, so if you have wider eyes, clearly you're gonna need maybe more lashes. Now, I think the key thing when you're applying lashes are 2 things. One is to get the longevity so that they stay on, is that I don't ever really put any lashes on the very end tip of my my natural lash, because I'm a side sleeper, and if I don't have like my hand on my face on my pillow, and I just have like my face on my pillow, they're gonna get crushed. Chances are you may lose an eyelash here or there if you put that lash on the corner of your eye. So kind of keep them a little bit more in. And I don't put it on in the inner, too close to the inner of my eye. And again, they still look nice. They still look pretty natural by doing that. Total preference, guys. Like I said, I want to be able to have my lashes on for about up to 5 to 6 days or longer. If you're the one that's going to wear the lash and have it on for maybe like the 1 or 2 nights, then maybe you can do a full lash and that's not going to bother you. But there are natural oils usually on when you're sleeping, right? Where you get all the gunk and what have not in the inner part of your eyes, the outer part of your eyes. The more that happens, the more loose your glue is going to become with your lash, and you're going to lose lashes. So I have found not having that in the inner corner of my eye and the outer has really helped me for longevity. Now the lashes are waterproof, and I have like used sprays. I've cried with the lashes on. They don't go anywhere. They are budged, okay? Now, I wouldn't necessarily maybe go swimming in them. I don't know. Like I haven't tried that. I don't know. They may last, but I wouldn't know that. I don't know. I can't vouch for that. But they are waterproof, okay, for the sense of crying, splashing water on your face, that's fine. Now, the one thing I do avoid is anything that has oils near my eye. For an example, when I am removing my makeup and I do a double cleanse, I usually do my first cleanse with an oil base. So I don't do that. I use micellar water to remove any of my eye makeup, and then I use my oil base for my face, being careful not to use anything around my eyes because it will loosen the glue. So I think I kind of covered everything. Let me go ahead, speed this up a little bit as I show you how I put the lashes on, and I will explain certain things if I think I need to in between the kind of speed up time. Okay, so let me start, and we're gonna start with the center eyelash. Oh, and before I do, one other thing I think that's important is also keeping, when you're attaching your lashes, if you see, I'm gonna try to get up really close, guys, but if you see under your lash, right, you have that line of skin. You don't want to put the lash on anything that's attached to the skin of your eye. Make sure that you can see a tiny bit of your own natural lash under there, and then set it. Because one, it's going to be way uncomfortable for your eyes. When you blink, you're going to feel the irritation, and you don't want that, right? You don't want that. So I would just avoid that. And once you have them all on, I do like a really tight squeeze of my eyes to make sure that they're not moving, that I don't feel any kind of uncomfortableness, irritation. Because if you're gonna have these on for, a week, you don't want to have to be worrying about whether this is all causing you some kind of like irritation and you want them off. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. very end, squeezing down my eye. I don't feel them at all. I don't feel any irritation. I don't feel like anything that's touching my actual skin on my eye. Okay, and what I used was a 14. So the 14s were in the middle. Whoop. Okay, this is a 14 that went in the middle. And then a 12 mm. So 14 mm and 12 mm. Now, again, that's for the style of a Nova. When I switched styles on lashes, I will switch sizes on the lash, because I've gone as small as 10 mm, depending on if the lash is wider, thicker. So it really depends on the style. But that's kind of it, guys. The only thing I didn't kind of talk through was making sure that you have a lash curler when you first start, and just kind of curl your lashes so that they're not sticking out, especially if your lashes are not naturally curved, because you don't want your lashes to kind of like peek through your lash. So curl lashes is another thing that I say that I suggest to get. But I think I kind of covered everything, guys. If you think that I missed something, or you still have any questions as far as like anything that's on the website, reach out to me. I'd love to go ahead and answer any of your questions, but I hope this was helpful, and I will go ahead and finish my other eye, and I will see you next week on another topic. Bye. Love you. One last thing. Okay. You know, like you're at the end of a letter and you go PS? PS. There were a couple things that I kind of missed out, and I needed to include it in here. So yeah, my hair is done. I've got my makeup done. I look a little different than I did putting on my lashes. However, two things that I think are really important. I mentioned that there was a conditioner that comes in one of the kits. I believe it's the deluxe. And that helps to clear canvas to put your lashes on. But you need something to remove your lashes, right? I have found that this Falscara remover by Kiss is a great, I don't know, can you see that? It's called Kiss. I'm almost out, but this does a great job removing your lashes when you're going to set them aside and remove them. If you put the glue on how I placed it, by putting a little bit on like the tip of the end of the lash, you'll have most of your glue there, okay? And then I usually, if I'm gonna reuse them, soak them in alcohol. I'll place the alcohol in the descriptions as far as the one I usually put in. And I soak them overnight to loosen the glue, and also it kills any bacteria and everything with the alcohol. And then I remove the glue with like a disposable spoolie, just pull it off. That's one thing, okay? The other thing is that I really wasn't clear, and that was to put how actually I overlap the lashes when I'm putting them on. And what I mean by that is that, let's say you have this here as your lash, right? Your 4 and your 4. I will place the one lash when I'm gonna put it on top, not side by side, because it helps kind of keep them together, and they won't, chances are that they won't fall apart. So just another little thing that I think that helps the longevity of your lashes to last the 10 days, if that's what you choose, or even a week. So just overlap your lash. And then when you take them off, they kind of all come out in one swoop. And then just pull apart gently when you're soaking them overnight in your alcohol. Okay, I think that was it. I think I covered everything. I didn't want to leave that one last step out. So again, just hope that this helps you, and this time for real, catch you later.